welcome. Happy Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and welcome to the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We are coming to you live right here on Facebook and on YouTube, and we hope all is going well with you today, and we are glad that you've been able to join us and invite us into your home on this Saturday evening at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports. We are coming to you live tonight, and we want to encourage you to do one thing for us, if you would. Please go hit the like button and share button on your phone or on your computer screen. Just hit the like button and hit the share button, and so that way we will know, you will know, and others will know that you're watching the show, and you'll get our message out there and let other people be able to see it on your page. All you got to do is hit the like and the share button. But Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports are coming to you live tonight. We're coming to you live from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia, our studios in Thompsontown, Georgia, our studios at 100% Flamingo Road, Georgia, our studio in the dark with no power between Dothan, Alabama and Headland, Alabama. We're coming to you live from all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, and 3 sunken islands. And guys, I reckon we have won the slot, and we are permanent now. Our reruns will be shown now, probably permanently. The number one show in America right now. Number one show in America. Let me bring Charlie on here. We lost him there. Welcome back, Charlie.
Thank you, sir. Where we broadcast? Have you got to that yet? I want to.
Oh, just kind of be quiet right now.
Okay.
All right, so we are, because of the popularity of the show, and we are piggybacking on it. Thursday nights is our time slot for the rerun. Number one show in the nation, America, right now on all networks. Pentecostal Preachers Gone Wild. It has absolutely gone slam off the chart, and as long as we can ride that coattail, we're going to stay right there behind it. But brand new tonight, guys, on the big screen, live and on the big screen at Dominique's Rent-A-Rim, Check Cashing, Title Pawn, Discount Meats, and Adult Novelty Store in the Frog Eye Community, Alabama. I need to do a rewind on that, Charlie.
Yeah, it's two.
Rewind on that. Yeah, rerun that one.
Dominique's Rent-A-Rim, Check Cashing, Title Pawn, Discount Meats, and Adult Novelty Store in Frog Eye Community, Alabama.
I got a question for you there, Marvin.
Yes, sir.
What is an adult novelty?
Oh.
Let me answer that one, Marvin. It's like that time I told you about you needed you a motorcycle, and I told you what you needed to go get that motorcycle.
You reckon they got one of them?
That's what it is, Queen. It's something like that.
I got you now. I know exactly what it is.
Well, what I was going to say, if you got to ask, you don't need to know.
That's better.
Let me interject here. You talk about Dominique's Rent-A-Rim. Y'all know what the most dangerous job in America is?
What?
A Rent-A-Rim. A Caucasian Rent-A-Rim repo man at the rap festival.
Say that one more time.
A Caucasian Rent-A-Rim repo man at the rap festival.
That gets you right there.
You ain't
That's
long
dangerous.
on this planet, brother.
That gets you.
Oh man, I hope all of y'all are doing. I hope all of you all are doing well out there this week. We're glad you invited us into your home tonight for Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports. We're here to have another good time, a good time, and hope all of you are staying well. I want to do a shout out. I saw my cousin Darby Roland Godfrey was watching tonight here on, and Darby, we love you. Wanted to tell y'all to be in prayer for their family. My cousin Gray, my second cousin Gray, passed away last Monday morning with COVID, and we did his funeral on Wednesday. He wasn't but 53 years old. And so I'm going to ask y'all to please remember the family. I saw Darby watching tonight, and Darby, we love y'all and are still praying for y'all, and just pray for all of Gray Rowland's family. Left 2 boys, 2 big old burly boys that play football, seniors in high school this year, and a wife of 26 years. So let's
Wow.
keep them in prayers. But guys, we're glad you're joining us tonight. Again, one more time, y'all hit the like button, hit the share button on there for us. so y'all can get our message out. And without any further ado, I will turn it over to you, Mr. Charlie Platt. Take it away.
All right. You have partially already addressed the elephant in the room, and that is COVID and what a lot of people are going through. Also, the loss of lives for other reasons. I want to do this shout out to Dale County lost this week two of its greatest, in my opinion, citizens because they were the type of people if they told you they're gonna do something, they'd do it. One that Floyd's very much acquainted with, Mr. Buck Turner, a great businessman and just a great all-around individual, and Mr. Gerald Harden, Harden's Gun Shop over in Newton. Gerald and his wife were asleep. I think it was Thursday night. Fire broke out in their home. By the time the neighbors saw it, they were able to save Miss Harden, but Gerald died of smoke inhalation.
Mm.
And talk about a patriot and a supporter. I've seen an outpouring of posts by former sheriffs, law enforcement officers. Mr. Gerald was the type person that, say, old Queasel wanted to become a police officer, and he was a rookie. He'd go over there and he'd pick him out a gun. Gerald probably help him, holster, the whole outfit, a lot of police and deputies and even sheriffs. And when the dealing was done, the fellow said, well, Mr. Gerald, I can't, he says, pay me when you can. Now, how many folks do you know stick their neck out for law enforcement and support our country the way that man did? He was a county commissioner over there for several years, and that's two individuals that will be greatly, greatly missed in the Dale County community. And we're thinking about their families, and we're also thinking about all the folks over there and all the people who did business with them. It's a great loss to our area. Now, let me do a little rant, and then we're going to have a good time. If you're watching and you voted for the two idiots, the top two posts in Washington, D.C., whether you thought Daddy was a Democrat, Granddaddy was a Democrat, and I got to vote a Democrat, or whether you're a rhino and didn't like an orange-haired man from New York City that told it by gosh like it was, take it to the DAMN bank. Please put a sign in your yard or on your business because I don't want to do business with you no more. Rant over to my good friend Floyd B. Lloyd.
Hey, amen out there, brother Charlie. Yeah, I don't see none of them signs up no more. And I think they're about
No.
scraped the stickers off the cars. You still see some Trump. Still see some Trump stickers on trucks and cars. Working folks, deal. But you don't see no more of them. Them Biden. I like Joe Biden deal. You don't see no more of them bumper stickers. They done scraped all them off. Them gone. But Charlie, on that note, you were talking about the Dale County guys, old Buck Turner there. Yeah, he's the one that I knew. He was my brother-in-law. Me and him married sisters, and he was the kind of fella that he's self-made. He's self-made millionaire. I don't know how many thousands of acres of land he owns in Dale County and Barber County and Henry County around timberland, farmland. He earned it honestly. He got it all honestly. He worked hard for it. Had I don't think about an 8th grade education. Went to Loudon Putwood right out of 8th grade because he had to farm, had to help him on the farm, had to do self-made man. Hard to find them kind of men anymore. It's hard to find them in our new society and our new generation. Great, but they're still there. We still have those people that are there. But we went to his funeral today over in Ozark and paid tribute to him. But I just I admire he and I've known him since 1978. First time I saw him in 1978, he had run up with Karen's Nadine's sister in Dothan over there. I think at the carriage house, and they were dancing and carrying on, and he was enthralled by, and I can understand that because I was enthralled with Helen's younger sister. the same way, and it's hard to stay away from them. But anyway, he followed her back over into Georgia. The first time I ever saw him, we was having a bog in. Y'all remember the bog ends we used to have on everybody had the old 4-wheel drive trucks and all that. They dig a hole out there. Somebody on a farm, they dig a hole out there, fill it up with water, get it all juiced up and everything. Having a bog in over there. First time I'd ever seen him in my life was he was over there. We was at the bog in. He was over there. He showed up over there with Hilly. And he'd be driving a Cadillac one weekend and a Corvette the next weekend. That's what he'd be on. But I thought he was drunk. I thought he was drinking. That was the happiest man I'd ever seen in my life. He laughed. He was steady laughing the whole time, and he laughed up until he couldn't laugh no more. He enjoyed laughing, and let me tell you, I could tell him some stories and I'd get him going. Now I'd get him. I'd knock the wind out of him with some of them old stories I'd tell. Some of them I'd fabricate. Some of them, y'all know, like my story about Monty working up at Caterpillar in Peoria, Illinois. He's retired now. I'd go to talking like that with that old Yankee accent. And Buck could just lose it, man. I mean, he'd just go to spewing his cocoa out of his mouth and everything. He'd lose it. He loved it so much. And he'd ask me, he said, "Hey, Bill," he never did call me Billy. He said, "Hey, Bill," he said, "when you heard from Monty?" And I'd go into my spiel again. It was the same spiel every time, but he loved it, man. But he loved to laugh. He loved to laugh. And that's the reason that we started doing this. The four of us started doing this back when COVID first broke out back in 2020. We got together. You couldn't do anything. There was nothing on TV. Everything depressing. So we kind of got together, the meeting of the minds, and said, why don't we just get on there and try it? If Marvin come up and say, "Oh yeah, Marvin's the IT guy. He's the technology guy. I put y'all on. Hey man, we can do the Zoom, do this, do that." Guys, also we start doing it in order to make people laugh. And I've got a text today from a very dear friend of ours, and Bucks. And he said, Floyd, he said, there's been enough death and there's been enough sickness and we have to deal with it every day. Said, how about telling some of them old stories tonight? So we need a laugh. And that's what we need. We need more laughter. I know we're escaping reality, but by George, sometimes you need to get away from reality. You need to get somewhere where you can get in your comfort zone and reflect on things that bring you pleasure. Do not dwell on things that are going to poison your spirit. If you do that, you are lost. You got to dwell on things that's going to empower you and things that's going to make you feel good. But I got a couple of stories tonight. I talked to an old buddy of mine, Larry Funderburk. Y'all know him from Coffee. Y'all know him. He's from Bainbridge down there. Larry Funderburk. He had called me, and I called him back, and we got to talking and laughing. And he got to telling me some stories about the things that I done that I had forgot about. And probably couldn't remember when I was doing them. But anyway, he remembered a couple of stories in there, and I remembered one on him that he told. And we're gonna get into some old storytelling if we have time, if I may. We're gonna get into maybe some storytelling and have a good time tonight, and thank the good Lord for the blessings that we've got. We blessed. We blessed to live where we live, and you know what? I hate to see folks sick. And I hate to see them die. It breaks my heart, man. I'm telling you, you lose your good friend, you lose somebody that you don't even know that you just heard about uh, in the community or anywhere. It's heartbreaking. We got a lot of stuff going on in the world that we have no control over, but
Hey, if
we're
we
gonna
can,
just try to kind of crank it down tonight a little bit now.
Lord, if we can just lift folks' spirits up for this 1 hour a week. I had a man text me earlier about 7 o'clock Georgia time and said, "Are y'all gonna be on tonight?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Thank you. That's good. I didn't want to have to wait another whole week to watch something good on TV."
How about that? I know. Hey, and we ain't nothing. We ain't nobody. We're not famous. We're
Oh,
not celebrities. We're not entertainers. We're not actors. We just storytellers. That's all we are. We're telling
hey,
stories. Telling
wait,
it like truth tellers and storytellers.
Quiz, before we go, I got a news flash that I need to pull across the screen right here.
Put it up there.
I just had this sent in from the assistant fire chief of the Colquitt Miller Fire Rescue, and he wanted me to remind everybody that their motto is "When called, we respond quick." He said that when the fire truck pulled up, they were able to take this while the thing was still turning over. They arrived before it turned over. It was in midair when they rolled up on the scene, and he was able to get that picture when he pulled up on the scene right there. Now you talk about a quick response time. You know that's Queasel's organization right there, the Colquitt Miller Fire Rescue. That was taken in from the fire truck when they arrived on the scene. Now you talk about quick. Go ahead, Queasel. I'll take that.
I'm just telling you, you can't. I mean, how can you beat that?
You
Okay.
can't.
That man, he's something else. He runs a tight ship now. I'm gonna tell you. But I ain't got a whole heap going on. Floyd, you wasn't here last week when I made the big political announcement. I don't know if you've heard about it or not, but
I hadn't heard about
you
it.
know Bear Calhoun. Bear Calhoun
Yeah, I
is
know
running
it.
for
Yeah, I know
president.
Bear. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know he's running for president
President of what?
of the United States.
Well, I'm gonna vote for him.
Yeah, I seen him in the hardware store week before last, and that's what he told me. He said I've been pondering on it for quite a while, and he said I done made up my mind, and I wanted to tell you so maybe y'all could get it out there. I said not only will we get it out there, we will be your official campaign station. We will make sure that the people know it. And so I talked to him, and Bear already he said he already had a plan about what he gonna do over yonder, and go back over yonder and get all them folks out from over yonder in Afghanistan and all our stuff we left over there. He said that the first thing he would have done would have been he would have got all the people and the equipment out. Then he'd have pulled the Army and the Marines and the Navy and the Air Force out. He'd have got all the stuff what belongs to us out of there. And then he had one in there. I don't know if you saw this fella or not, but he come on Fox News yesterday. I believe it was yesterday, and he said he was a Navy SEAL. A Navy SEAL. You know them Taliban. They don't even go at the zoo because they scared they run up on the SEAL. They scared them Navy SEALs now. They don't play with him. He said, "I'll take 9 people and go over there and get everything we got, and everybody needs to be out." Bear done signed him up. He said, "I don't need but 9 more people." He said, "We'll go do the whole thing, be back in a week's time." I'm telling you, we got a man running for president. We're gonna have this thing figured out, and he's gonna do great things, but he ain't got to do much to do better than what's being done now. I just thought I'd mention that in there, but I got a little something I want you to think about. Uh, hey, I don't know if you noticed it. Not all these people that's running around paying $3 and $4 for these bottles of Smart Water. You seen that?
Yeah.
They go pay $3 or $4 for a bottle of Smart Water. You know what? It ain't working.
No, they need to get some change back, don't they?
Yeah, it ain't working. It ain't working at all. Pay $3 or $4 for a bottle of Smart Water. But anyway, that's what they do. And what?
I just remind me when you said giving the change back. I saw a picture of a bride the other day, and it reminded me of that time Reverend Johnson married them folks, and he gave the groom back some change for the wedding.
Man, Bookie and that woman that come down from Wisconsin. That gremlin, see, they go had a family load out and come in on the gremlin. And he bad him. He charged him $2 and give him 75-cent change back.
That was an ugly woman.
But she threw that veil back. Give you a little change back there, Bookie.
Hey, Marvin.
Talking about you folks over there in Iraq. I'm going to tell you how to clean them out. And all you hog hunters out here that's hunting hogs, all y'all hog hunters hunting hogs, don't kill them, trap them. Trap them, man, and let's get a boatload of them. You could click. They could have caught Bin Laden. They could have caught Bin Laden in 10 days. All they'd had to do was get about 40 of these South Alabama and South Georgia and North Florida hog hunters together. Get all these hogs, instead of killing the hogs, you just shoot them in the foot or something else. Anyway, get them where you can get them in a container, shipping container or something else. Throw some shell corn and some water in there and send them over to Afghanistan and turn them out. They won't be a Muslim around there within 500 miles.
I bet you Goochers could put that together, Floyd.
Gucci could put it together. Gucci could put that together. I guarantee you. Yeah. That's all you got to do. Just turn them loose over there.
Never thought about it.
Go to Kandahar. Where is it? Kabul. Go to
Yeah.
Kaboom and turn your
Kabul
about
or somewhere.
1,000 head of bread gilts out. And see
And
how
the
many
airport
moose
would be
you got.
clear, wouldn't it?
They clear them out. They clear the moose from out. They leave the airport. They leave the sandals. They leave the Gusra. They leave the AK-47. It'll all be gone, man. They can be
We
out
could
of
go
there.
get every, we could go get every bit of it, couldn't we?
Yeah,
No,
we get it back
yeah.
from them. That's how you get it back. See, they don't think about that. Them folks in Washington, they ain't got sense enough to figure that out.
No.
They leave, wouldn't it, Floyd?
That's it. That'll work. I'm through for right now. Y'all go ahead.
Hey, Marvin. No, I better not. You ain't letting the cat out of the bag about your new show you're gonna be on, are you? That you keeping that a secret right now, or that
No.
that
Yeah, we ain't ready to release that. They still doing some editing on.
Editing. They're doing the editing
well,
on it.
does the fishing reverend know it ain't ready to be released?
I don't know about that now. Fishing Reverend ain't gonna be on tonight. He didn't get to go
No.
fishing.
What's wrong?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
he
you
didn't
got a little reprieve tonight then.
yeah. He ain't got no fishing report tonight. So I don't know what his story is. He called me and said he felt like we probably needed to take a break. He needed a break. When you get to be celebrity status like he is, you have to have a what they call a sabbatical.
I see. I got you.
Sabbatical.
I got you.
Is that anything like well, I ain't gonna say that. Y'all go ahead.
He'll throw them big words up there, Floyd, every now and then.
Is that anything like prevaricate?
It's real
I
close.
still believe you made that up.
Oh no! Oh, look at that. Prevaricate.
I still
And
believe
you know
you
what
made that up.
prevaricate is? You always accuse Martin of lying and the fishing reverend of lying one night. And I said, no, they just prevaricate. And the meaning of prevaricate is not lie. That's we're gonna sugarcoat it. The meaning of prevaricate is to act or talk in an evasive manner. That's prevaricate.
You see a lot of politicians prevaricating.
They prevaricate.
Well,
talk,
what
act in an evasive manner.
what does Joe Biden do then?
Hey, Joe Biden lied. You can't call it nothing else. There ain't no way, ain't no other way to call it. Look at him, just looking on here on my list here, Miss Peggy Chambers, she put something on our screen here about y'all remember old Eddie Middleton up there from Albany that used to sing? He was with a gospel group. He's singing all them old juke joints up there, Joe's Cellar and all that up there in the Continental Room, and he used to sing everywhere at Plantation Club. Eddie Middleton, he was a singer. And then he got with a group called New Song Gospel, turned his life around. He did. He died. And Miss Rosemarie Shelton, formerly of Colquitt, Georgia. She was the 1963 National Peanut Queen. She was from Colquitt, Georgia. She was Miss Colquitt 1962 or 3. 1963 National Peanut Queen. She just passed away. So, man, folks, we just losing folks everywhere. It's so sad. It's sad. But anyway, all you folks from Colquitt, I just want to, let y'all know about that.
I don't know where Charlie went. I mean, we lost him, but I know at one time today he was out of power for 2 hours. So I don't know if the power went out again or what, but we lost him.
Bless his heart, mercy.
He might have got some rain over a while ago. It looked like it was raining over that direction. I don't know.
He did. They got a thunderstorm over there. He said he was out the day when that storm come through. His power was out for 9 hours.
Woo. Charles Pickle them out here around north of us, up here around Cuba. Charles Pickle them was out for 7 hours the other night. But he got Pickle, I don't know how many freezer lockers of stuff he's got out there, with meat and vegetables and peanuts and pecans and all that stuff in there. But Charles got it figured out. Charles got him a hot tub too. And anyway, he said, I don't want electricity going out on my hot tub. I said that water get cold in there, so it'd be uncomfortable to say the least. He got him a generator, put it in. He said, man, that thing come on the other night. He said he clicked on. He said the electricity went out, dark, black as pitch. He said by the time he heard it, some clicking pop. That motor switched on, that LP gas motor switched on, running smooth, running quiet, running smooth, not producing any fumes and all that diesel smoke and all that stuff. See, he's an environmentalist too. Charles Pickle is. Charles Pickle. He said he enjoyed. He said, but he's got all that meat, man. Well, can't let all that meat spoil and all that. He's prepared.
Well, did he keep his hot tub hot?
Yeah, hot tub kept going. Yes, sir. Kept the hot tub hot. Hot tub hot. Oh, you can't get you. Don't want to get in there with that cold water like that, man. No, that'll take the breath away.
If he got one of them hot tubs that got the bubbles and all that,
It's
he
got,
had to
it's got
create the
bubbles.
bubble.
It's got jet. It's got them jet engines in it down there.
That's
Colored
what I'm talking about.
All the time. Bigger too.
All romantic.
It is romantic.
Romantic.
He got
I bet he got the different colored lights.
Yeah,
Got the different colored lights and all that kind of
got
stuff.
a mood music, got a light, dim the lights, you know. So he got it.
Rick, what kind of music you play, Floyd?
I don't probably some of that old Percy Sledge and some of that old stuff. You know.
Yeah. Crank that
We
up.
probably play some old
lights.
Roger Buck Davis music, you know.
Yeah.
Mustang.
For those of you outside of Miller County, you probably don't know who Roger Buck Davis is. You do. He's a living legend. Living legend from
Floyd, we got a question up here. Arthur Sheffield's wanting to know, what do you know about the Plantation Club? That was
I was a charter member. I had a card. Charter member. Plantation Club. I know all about it. I know everything there is to know about it. I know the people that hung out there. I know Don Calhoun, we was up there one night. Don Calhoun was up there. Skibo, and they wore glasses, thick Coca-Cola bottom glasses because he couldn't see. He was about half blind. He couldn't see anyway. He was. He had his hair. It was all wavy. He had wavy hair, curly hair.
What kind of glass you say it was? Coca-Cola bottle.
They both Coca-Cola bottle. Army had given some glasses, I think, when they drafted him. He had Coca-Cola glasses on. He was up at the Plantation Club. We were easing around through in there, you know, sifting through them. Calhoun was. I was at a table over there, and Calhoun, he was sifting through it. He would he come walking through there one time, and he didn't have his glasses on. He was stumbling all over folks, bumping into folks, knocking the folks' drinks off. I thought somebody was going to whoop him. And anyway, I said, Calhoun, I said, what you doing with your glasses off, man? He said, oh, man. He said, He said, there's a woman over there told me, said, if I take my glasses off, I look like Tom Jones. I said, yeah. You look like Tom Jones. But anyway, that's just fun. I just wanted to get up there.
Sound like she might need some glasses.
So you know all about the Plantation.
Yeah, I tell him all about it. Hey, it's a high-end place, exclusive place. You had to have a number. You had to have a number to get in, and that number was 5, and it was printed on an Abraham Lincoln bill. That was the number you had to get in. You needed to know.
It was a private club, though, wasn't it, Floyd?
It was private. It was private. It was members only. It was members only.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. That's what Calhoun said. Yeah, baby.
Long list of distinguished members, right?
Oh man, there was some extinguished members up there. Yeah, you know the sheriff and his son. The sheriff and his son.
Right here, we need to talk. We need to talk about who?
Say again, Mark.
What? You cut out. We lost you.
Is he there?
He just froze
up. Marvin what happened to you? Yeah, you there now?
We here. You the one ain't here. We talking to you.
Are you there?
Me and Floyd doing good. You the one with the problem.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
You got that 47 rule.
Yeah, I don't know. It's breaking up bad.
I don't know, but I tell you what, I saw Buddy Chambers finalizing the deal yesterday, boy. I rode by there. He was there. Everybody had a brand new truck out there, but he was standing there with they were signing the paper in the parking lot, helping the man in the truck. Had him a brand new white Ford pickup truck. You showed him all about it. And I rode by at that business moment, at that moment when it was all said and done. The man put his name on the paper. He was smiling. Buddy was smiling. That's just another happy customer that had come from. Ain't no telling where. I didn't know him. Ain't no telling where it come from. But he come down here to see. He come down here to see the world's greatest car salesman, the best man there been. The one and only. I reckon, far as I know, he is the only person living in Colquitt that's in the Car Salesman Hall of Fame, and he is a charter member. You looking at him right there, Carlton Buddy C. Chambers. If he can't get it, you don't need it. And if he can't make you a price that you can get it at, you don't want it. That man right there, you tell him what you want, he will hook you up. He will make you a deal that you can live with. And just like I saw yesterday, both of you be smiling when the deal is done. Buddy Chambers, give him a call right there, 254-3109. Call him up, tell him what you want. Give him a little bit of time. He will call you back with the deal of a lifetime. Buddy C. Chambers at Franklin Spring Creek Ford. Go down and ask for him. Go down and ask for the world's greatest car salesman. They'll take you right to his office.
That's
Give him a
right.
call.
Amen.
Charlie, glad you could join us back. Did you lose power again?
Now somebody was at the door wanting to rent some rims. I don't know what it was all about.
Did you rent them to him?
Dominique.
Well, they wanted 54s, and all I had was some 24s that I could let
Oh,
them
okay.
have.
Oh,
I
God.
didn't know if you were saying that the adult novelty store had put them in a rolling store and it was coming to your house or something.
No. We're gonna let Queasel take care of that. He seems mild
Yeah,
enough that
he
we'll
is.
let.
Yeah, he
I
has an
can't.
interest.
It ain't gonna do me no good. I can't have no motorcycle. Floyd told me I couldn't buy no motorcycle,
Nope,
so
can't
I
have no
told him
motorcycle.
I know what them adult
Woo!
novelties is now. When he explained it like that, I know exactly what it is.
And
Oh,
alive.
Guys, let's give a shout out right now to Mr. Marion Cobb, MC Construction LLC. There ain't no need to call the rest. Just call the best, specializing in all your construction needs. 30 years of experience, fully insured, fully licensed, fully bonded. Whether it's a deck, whether it's a pole barn, whether it's an addition to your house, whether it's a house remodel, call Marion Cobb right there, 229-400-2575. MC Construction LLC. He's located in Colquitt, Georgia, but he does work all over Florida, Northwest Florida, Southeast Alabama, and Southwest Georgia. He's been in the business 30 years, fully insured. Why call the rest? Just call the best. Marion Cobb, MC Construction LLC, right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports. We're continuing on here. It's 8:34 Eastern Standard Time, 7:34 Central Time, and we're glad you're joining us here tonight and inviting us into your home as we put on our shenanigans and talk about our things and things going on in the world and things that's important to you all and just really having a good time.
Lee Scott posted that Buck told me about Floyd's story about the retired man from Cat 1,000 times.
he tell it. He couldn't finish telling it because he'd go to laughing so much. But you know what he was talking about?
Was that Monty?
That Monty from Peoria. He was
What if,
retired from Caterpillar. Worked
what
there
would Monty
37 years.
I
like?
thought
If Monty went to the grocery store, what would his attire look like, Floyd?
Monty would be at the grocery store. First of all, he would have on a pair of Bermuda shorts. Then he would have on a pair of black socks with some sandals on. And then he would have on one of those shirts that looked like it came from Puerto Rico. You know, it had the bands down the front of it like that. And then he would have a hat on that looks exactly like yours, Marvin.
I thought Monty was from Fond like Wisconsin.
That's him. Yeah, that's Monty.
Oh.
Oh, Lord,
Sandals and black socks.
Sandals and black
My-
socks. Yes, sir.
What about
Up to his knees.
Floyd,
But his legs
Floyd,
wouldn't
wasn't it?
stand and all, would they?
They would what now? What?
And his legs wouldn't be real dark
Oh
tan.
no, they'd be white. They'd be snow white. You don't get no suntan in Peoria, Illinois, man. You get no sun. You don't see no sun up there.
Floyd, wasn't that Monty that went into the hardware store that was hunting half a joint of stovepipe?
Yeah, it was Monty. Yeah, it was Monty.
I
What
thought that's who it was.
would Monty be one of those from Peoria, Illinois, that if he came down and spent a week on the world's most beautiful beaches, when he came back through Dothan or Colquitt, whichever way he decided to travel, he looked like he was radioactive when he came through?
He looked like a lobster.
That's
Exactly
right.
like a lobster. His tongue would be blistered. That's how burnt up he'd be. That'd be a sight to see. Let me tell y'all a Larry Funderburk story. Y'all know Larry. He great.
Yeah, we know it.
Lawman ever since he's been back from Vietnam. Lawman, hard-working lawman, seen everything. Anyway, my mama, her name was Miss Clara. My mama, she and two of her friends, Miss Montine Brown and then Miss Lillian Calhoun. They all three of them ladies got their Social Security check on the same day. And it was a check in the mail, and they would go to the bank and, of course, cash the check and put the money in their pocketbook. They had them a pocketbook. They put it in their pocketbook, and they would go to Bainbridge, Georgia. They would go to Bainbridge shopping, and three of them, and they'd seen the good, they'd seen the bad times and the good times, and they had that Social Security check. It was good times, man. I mean, they had them some cash money, so they'd go down there. So they down there one day at Kmart. Montine is driving my mama's car. Mama had a Buick LeSabre. Montine was the designated driver because she was the younger of all three of them. But now Montine jarred the ground when she walked too. Montine stood her ground. She'd seen some things, done some things. She'd been there. So anyway, ain't nowhere to park. Nowhere to park down there at Kmart. So they wheel in there. Montine wheels in there at the handicap parking thing. Ain't none of them handicapped. Ain't none of them got no tag on the car about being handicapped with the wheelchair. Ain't even got one of them things you hang on your mirror that you print off the internet. They ain't even got one of them. So they wheel in there. So when they in the Kmart in there, man, they going about it. You know, they shopping. They come out to the car, and on Mama's car, Miss Clara's car, is a ticket stuck down up under the windshield wiper blade. Get it off. Oh, good. Hey, Montine, they done wrote me a ticket. See, they read a tag and know who she was and wrote her a ticket, her car, and they wrote me a ticket here for illegal parking. Said it could be as much as $500 fine. What we gonna do? Montine said, let me see that ticket. Anyway, Montine looked, she said, we're gonna go to the police station. That's what Funderburk worked with the police. Lad Funderburk worked with the police. So Mama telling me the story. I wasn't there. Mama telling me the story. And she said that Montine said, you ought to seen her. Said, I ain't never seen the beat. Said, we got out of the car and going up into the police station and said she went to hopping. Said Montine said she went to hopping like she was all hip and deformed and everything. I said, Montine, I said, quit that. Ain't that. Oh, yeah, we're going to get out of there. She went to hopping. She went to hopping. They hopped on, Montine hopped on in there in the police station. And my mama, Miss Claire, had always heard me for many, many years talk about Larry Funderburk. Because Larry Funderburk married one of mine and Nadine's best friends, Miss Cookie Tail. He married her. And Mama know the whole drill. She knowed all about it. I tell Mama about Larry Funderburk. Where y'all going? We're going to go down there and eat dinner with Larry and Cookie. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. So she knows Larry Funderburk. So we going in there, and my mama ain't got no idea what Larry Funderburk looks like, but she can read. And she looks on the desk right there, and that says Larry Funderburk got his name on the desk across that. He was like chief of police or whatever. I don't know what he was at that. Montine, she's still hopping. Hop, 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 hop. And she just can't go. She just can't drag out old dead leg, you know, and just can't drag. And I was saying, let me see that ticket, Montine. And Larry Funderburk, he looked up and he said, yes, ma'am. She said, she said, can I help you? Or what? Larry said, yeah. She said, what can I do for y'all? My mama said, she said, my son is Billy Kimball. He said, oh, Lord. He said, how much is this going to cost me? He said, they have wrote us a ticket for parking in an illegal parking place. And she said, I told Montine not to park there, but she was intent on parking there. And she said, now, I want to know how much this bill is going to be so I can pay it and go home. He looked at it. He told her, he said, Miss Kimball, said, if Billy Kimball is your son, said, you got enough problems. You don't need to have to worry about paying no fine. And they walked out the door, and Montine was miraculously healed. That's no, man. Let me tell you what, I'm gonna tell y'all something about life. Life is all about relationships. It's about who you know. I don't care how much money you got in your pocket. I don't care how famous you are. You better know somebody. You better know somebody along the way that can help you get out of a tight spot. And they ain't nothing like good friends. You cannot make new old friends. Ain't no way to do it. So if you got an old friend, you better cling to them, buddy, because you got something special.
So not only was Larry a good friend and tapped the ticket, but he must have been a faith healer too. Miss Montine was
miracle.
Yeah,
miracle healer.
Montine. Yeah, she healed, miraculously healed.
She didn't hobble out no more.
She didn't hobble out no more, man. She straight. She was arrow straight anyway, man. That woman was tough. Now let me tell you, I've seen her load peanuts when we used to sack peanuts, sack them on the old picker there, stack them out. drive the old big truck. I drive the old big truck along there, and somebody on the ground down there, standing on the ground, they throw them sacks of peanuts over the bodies. That was Montine. That was her job. She could throw them over the body. Oh yeah, yeah.
Miss Montine?
Montine Brown. She was tough, man. Let me tell you, she shaded the ground where she stood. So she stand there. I stopped by the old truck there, and she threw out probably 20 bags of them peanuts. We'd go down to the next section down there where there was some more stacked. We stopped there. She throw some more over there. And we had that old truck loaded. Nothing like it, man. But anyway, that's just one of them. So I got to thinking about that today when I was talking to Funderburg. And there's another story Funderburg told. I'm gonna tell you it next week. It's a dang good one about him being over there in Dothan. I think was it the Flamingo Club before it was Cowboys, wasn't it, Charlie?
Yeah.
That's where they were at. They was over there. Him and some of his buddies from Bamerstown. It's a good story. It's gonna take a few minutes to tell that. I ain't gonna take up no more time. We gonna sell that. Y'all just remember that one. Remind me next week to tell y'all the Larry Funderburg story about him and his buddy from Bamerstown. There, his buddy lost his cigarette lighter. So I'm just gonna tweet you.
I got somebody. Our producer and director needs to look at some of these posts that are coming up here. What you know about the Plantation Club that was in the state of Baker?
We don't address that one. Yeah, that was one of my Willanook friends up there in the great state of Baker. He knows about. But I'm a little bit older than that gentleman is. I had a little more experience in that, and he just probably heard stories about it. But we got some.
He probably heard stories about you.
We still got some living folks that went to the plantation.
That's what he was saying, that they had banned you because they was afraid you knew too much.
No, I quit going when me and Nadine got when we said I do. I about wound it up with me at the plantation.
You said I don't.
No more business there.
Oh.
Yeah, when you said you do, she said you don't no more.
She said we ain't gonna do that. I said you right. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna live through that. Here, Miss Carolyn Worsley on here. She said, I remember Miss Montine. She was a mess. Yeah. You right, Miss Carolyn. She was a mess.
Was that.
Good lady. Good lady. Hey guys, I hadn't on one of these up here in a while, but I got to share this one with you. They walk among us and they vote. Now these are either these right here might not be voters yet, but in about 2 years they will be. Weber County, Utah. The sheriff's office is warning teenagers to stop the dangerous trend of setting up hammocks on and right below high voltage power lines.
Hey.
Facebook shows 2 people climbing the power lines. One is especially high near lines that carry about 75,000 kilovolts of power, and they are hanging hammocks underneath them and doing whatever you do in a hammock. Thoughts on that? They walk among us, and they're about to start voting in 2 years.
If they live long enough, they'll vote. Yeah, if they live through it, it'd be a miracle if they live.
I wouldn't count on them voting just yet.
I wouldn't count on them voting.
I mean, I guess I'm trying to picture it. They climb up those metal towers and sprawl out a hammock under a 75,000 kilovolt high power line. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That just has never been something on my bucket list.
No. Well, and if they get killed, they're gonna blame it on global warming.
Oh, yes.
Global warming could be what caused them to get killed. If they get killed, they'll be marching, they'll be rioting, they'll be had signs up everywhere and paint their faces all up and look stupid, and knock windows out of folks' business and cars and set police cars on fire because it'll be global warming's fault.
Have Greta Thunberg there.
Mm-hmm. That's Greta.
Who?
Greta Thunberg. She's that 12 or 13-year-old, you little youngin' about global warming. She's
global warming.
Yeah, chastising everybody.
She's but she goes to where she got there on a jet airplane, and talks on her cell phone all the time. So global warming is her biggest enemy.
Look at the top of the screen there, y'all. Look who just checked in. T.C. Bear Hill, Colorado tonight.
Yeah, he's in Colorado. I talked to him later this afternoon. He's in Colorado. Said they had a fire going up there in Colorado. We got one down here in South Georgia too. We got a fire. Yeah, we got one. You got out there on that pavement, standing around on that pavement out there barefoot, and you're gonna feel a fire. So we got it down here too, TC.
He said he's going to watch the rerun when it's back on. Catch it next week, right after Pentecostal Preachers Gone Wild, number one show in the nation. That brings us into the segue, guys. It's already 8:47. Floyd, short
Good
list
night.
of books and definitions exclusively sponsored by our good friend who is in Colorado tonight, Mr. T.C. Berryhill. Berryhill Auctioneers, world-class auctioneers. And he is the exclusive sole sponsor. Nobody else can get in on that, of Floyd's short lists and books and definitions. So, Floyd,
Yeah,
take it away.
he's done signed up. He done signed up. He's done signed a long-term contract for the rest of the year. He's on for the rest of the year. Exclusive sponsorship. Floyd's short list. Short list. Y'all remember this now? Short. This is a very short list. These are very short lists tonight. Did Marvin do y'all the short list last time? I sent him so.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
In fact, TC was talking about that. He said he was looking for a little refund on some of his money that because he wanted Floyd to do it, but he said Marvin done all right. He said he got to brag on Marvin. Marvin done good, so he's still on with us, hanging by a thread, but he's still on. All right, Floyd short list names. Here you go. Names short list. Names of COVID infected illegal invaders that have been transported to and released on Martha's Vineyard. Call me with the name. If y'all got a name out there, you liberal, y'all call me. I got my phone right here, hotline. Call me. COVID mask. Everybody wear a mask. Everybody got a mask. Mask up there. Well, COVID masks that are not made in China. They send us they transport a virus over here, and they sell us masks to defend against the virus that they've already infected us with. Now, how smart are we?
And probably most of the medicine too.
Yeah. We got a pack up the other day and couldn't read a word on it, Floyd. We don't know what size they are. We don't know what they do.
Got in it. Rick, what this got in it? The mask.
Ain't no telling.
Here we go. Jewish rabbis, Catholic priests, and Free Will Baptist preachers that own a convenience store. That's funny. That's so funny to me. Can y'all see the fishing river owning a convenience store? They call him at 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, look at him. Somebody just robbed us. They got all the cigarettes and all the beer and all the wine and all the condoms. Could you maybe call me maybe the day after tomorrow? Okay, here we go. U.S. congressmen and congresswomen, all inclusive here. U.S. congressmen and congresswomen and senators that have to pay for their own gas, their own food, their own cell phone and internet services, their own utility bill, their own health insurance, their own retirement account, their own haircuts, their own car insurance, their own airplane tickets, their own dentist visits, their own sexual harassment lawsuits, and bodyguards. They pay for none of that. All that's bono. That's pro bono. Free. Taxpayers pay for it. Us, we pay for it. That's what they don't pay for nothing. Just saying. Hey, call me. Hey, Congressman. Hey, Congressman Bishop, call me. Come here. I got a live line here. Call me. Tell me what you pay for, man. Or anybody else out there who's a congressman or a senator. Call me. Total minutes that sane people can watch MSNBC and CNN without cussing. Try it sometime. Turn on Morning Joe and see how many seconds you can watch it without cussing. If you're sane. Now, if you're insane, it makes sense to you. So watch it. Insane people watch that. So here we go. Pentecostal preachers that watch CNN or MSNBC. They know better. They know better because they do not take the Lord's name in vain. That's one of them 10. And they would be tempted to do that. Here's one. People who are more clueless than Joe Biden.
There ain't no. That's the
There you
shortest
go.
book you ever had. That's the shortest
Shortest
list
there's
you
ever
ever had
been.
right there.
Nobody
That's
more
it.
clueless than him. All right, here we go. Pentecostal women, Pentecostal women who admire Nancy Pelosi. That's a challenge.
Oh,
I got a. Let me tell y'all about my definitions here. I got two definitions here. If I can find them, I got one of them right here on me. Uh, yeah, here we go. I got two about all this gender identity deal. You know, everybody's going through. Some of these people are going through. They're going through a crisis about figuring out if they're a man or a woman. If they're a man, they want to be a woman, and if they're a woman, they want to be a man. So here's my deal. Here's one right here. Here's the Wikipedia fluid gender identity meaning. Fluid is a form of gender identity or gender expression rather than sexual orientation. Fluid, I can't even read my writing. Fluid relates to how a person identifies themselves internally and presents themselves to the world. That's fluid. That's fluid. That is how they identify and present themselves to the world. A person who is gender fluid, listen to this. This is in Wikipedia. This is their meaning. A person who is gender fluid may identify as a male one day, a female the next day, both male and female the next day, or neither. That's the meaning. They got a meaning in there. They didn't have, when I was in school, they didn't have that in Webster's Dictionary. They didn't have fluid gender identity in there. Okay, here's Floyd's definition of fluid gender identity. A stark, raving loser fool that is a danger to themselves and to every sane person around them.
amen.
Pretty much, is that pretty
Yep.
much? Okay, here's another. Gender reassignment. That's taking it another step. Y'all follow me. Y'all hear them talking about it on TV. They'll have it on talk shows. They'll have it here. They'll have it on the news. He went through gender reassignment. I think our man, what was that man out there? The Kardashian guy, that Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner. I think he's about petered out. Wikipedia definition of gender reassignment. A process, this is Wikipedia, a process involving a combination of surgical procedures and hormone treatment undertaken by a transgender person in order to alter their physical sexual characteristics to reflect their gender identity. Going through this now. You understand that? Surgical procedures, hormones. Here's Floyd's definition. Gender reassignment. A stark, raving, narcissistic fool that thinks by mutilating their body and ingesting hormones that they are magically going to become a different gender. Anybody? If you want to argue with, hey, gender reassigners, call me.
Floyd, you didn't hear this one last week. I want to pull this one back up and read it. You didn't hear it. You got to hear this one. I feel bad for parents nowadays. You have to be able to explain the birds and the bees and the bees, the birds and the birds that used to be bees, the bees that used to be birds, the birds that look like bees, plus the bees that look like birds but still got a stinger.
Tell them about it.
Tell them that's it. That's exactly right. That's what sane parents. That's what sane parents have to deal with these days.
Unreal.
It's unreal, man. It's crazy. I ain't never seen the like. I ain't never seen the beat in my life.
Hey guys, we're not gonna have the fishing reverend is on vacation this week. He did not get to fish, but I did get a fish. Did want to show this. This came in from Early County. This is Art Cheek right here. Look what some catfish right there. The one he holding up weighed 26 pounds.
That one weighs, whoa, whoa, whoa. I got a problem over
Why?
here in Alabama. Alabama's got a problem with that.
What's the problem?
The problem is that one right there looks bigger than that 32 pounder the fishing reverend goes around with a picture in his wallet to show everybody.
And I wasn't gonna mention that, but I mean, since you did, I mean, but anyway, that's Art Cheek, and the one he's holding up is 26 pounds. I don't know how big those are on the table, but that's some massive catfish caught last week.
That's a fish fry.
Yeah, the Reverend,
Yeah, it is.
he was not going to be able to be here this week. He wasn't able to go fishing, and he said, and we mentioned this. Every celebrity has to have a sabbatical.
Can we at least see his picture? Can we at least has he still got? Can we at least see his picture?
Yeah, let's put a picture of him up there right there.
We're supposed to see who we talking about, the fishing reverend.
Yeah.
That
made him famous.
Yeah, Hollywood
We
straight
did.
glasses right there.
You still got that glamour photograph?
Yeah, he has been photoshopped.
Photo chopped. What do you call it? They fuzz it out. What do they do? Frost it something. What there's a word for it.
A little bit. Got his beard all trimmed up. Put a little bit of color to his face there, so he don't look so pale and.
He got makeup on. That's makeup. That ain't no
Yeah.
color. That's makeup. Mm-hmm. He good now. He good. I like him. But he don't own no convenience store.
Charlie, it's almost 9 o'clock here in Georgia. Take us back home.
We still almost at 8 over here. Thank y'all for watching. We hope we made somebody laugh tonight. I know listening to Floyd makes me laugh. Just seeing him makes me laugh. Not throwing off like y'all think I am. I'm just saying there's something about Floyd that I like Mr. Buck Turner, get a smile on my face when I see. I laugh at Marvin because of his shenanigans and running out of gas and different things that he specializes in. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Queasel because he might invite me over for fried spare ribs once again when everything clears up with the COVID. So I'm gonna be nice to Queasel. I'm gonna be real nice to Queasel. Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it. Again, I want to mention because during the program I had a call of a close friend of mine that has passed away while we were on tonight with COVID, and it is what it is, and we hope we made you laugh, but we also hope that you see in us the belief and the power of prayer, and for those that are hurting, we want to lift them up tonight, and loss of loved ones, folks that are sick, don't know which way to go. Go with God. That's the only hope we've got in this world, not just this nation, but in this world we're living in today. And if you don't know what we're talking about, get a book out and start reading the Holy Bible. And if you really want to cheat, go over to the book of Revelation and read that and ask for wisdom and understanding it. Then you'll understand where we are today and what's going on. Thank y'all for watching. Lloyd?
Amen, brother. Amen. Listen, yesterday I want to, Nadine's going in for her surgery this coming Monday. Be in prayer for her. Everything looks good. It's very early stage, very treatable. Keep her in your prayers. She's going under the knife Monday at Albany, Georgia. That's where we're going to be. So we're going we're gonna be there. We're gonna be we know y'all gonna be praying, and that's that's what has got us as far as got us through this deal. But we fixed to bring this thing to an end, and she's gonna be fine. So y'all pray that prayer for us. Thank y'all for watching. Good to be with y'all. Got my old hand. It's back healing back up good right there, and I ain't no problem with me. I'm doing fine. But y'all keep Nadine in your prayers, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll keep y'all in mind. Please.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for sharing a little bit of time with us. Got three little things here I want to leave you with in case you're wondering where you a redneck or not. And I'll leave you with these, and then maybe this could help you decide if you is or if you ain't. If you think pot liquor is made from marijuana, you are not a redneck. If you think a fender skirt is something you wear to play a guitar, you are not a redneck. And if you think a smokehouse is where you buy cigars, you are definitely not a redneck. We love
Good
y'all.
job.
We thank you. We thank
Amen.
you for letting us in. We love y'all. Floyd, we're gonna be praying. I'm sure everybody's gonna be praying. Y'all know you lifted up. Charlie's talked about it. Marvin's talked about it. Floyd talked. There's sickness everywhere. We need to be praying. We serve a God of miracles. We serve a God that can raise from the dead. He can do whatever needs to be done. None of this has surprised him, but call on his name and let him know that that you got prayer. He's listening. All he's doing is waiting on you to call on him. We have that right as born again Christians to approach his throne. The word says we can approach his throne boldly and pray for these needs. Pray for these people who are sick. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people have lost loved ones, as has been said. We love y'all. Thank you again for letting us come. Marvin, take us to the house.
Guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We're here every week, Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. We love y'all. Appreciate you inviting us into your home. Don't forget on Thursday nights, right after Pentecostal Preachers Gone Wild, you can catch the rerun. And TC wanted me to remind everybody where we were on the big screen. He didn't catch that at the beginning. Tonight, we were on the big screen and send a big shout out to Dominique's Rent-A-Rim, check cashing, title pawn, discount meats, and adult novelty store in Frog Eye Community, Alabama. And a big shout out to them, and we appreciate it. Guys, we love y'all. We appreciate you coming and just inviting us into your homes to have a good time with you and maybe take our mind off of some of all of this turmoil and all of this sadness going on around us. Let's just keep praying. That's all we can do. We are not in charge. There's a man called God who is in charge. We need to look to him, and that's all he wants us to do. Just look to him. He's got everything else figured out. Scripture of the day, my son, preserve sound judgment and discernment. Do not let them out of your sight. They will be life for you, an ornament to grace your neck. Judgment and sound judgment and discernment. We can only get that from God above. Guys, if you can go to church tomorrow, I encourage you to be in church. If you're still kind of a little bit afraid because of Corona, turn on a TV, turn on the internet. I promise you there's plenty of places you can catch the gospel preached and proclaimed tomorrow. But all I want you to do is just give God his due tomorrow. We love y'all. We hope you have a blessed week in the Lord, and we hope to see you again right here next week, same place and same time. Good night, y'all. We love you.
See y'all.
Here's the picture.